Hi friends, welcome to Nessa's Nook. So tonight I'm going to show you a little bit of what I do for a stove cleanup. When we cook dinner tonight, there got to be some stuff on the stove. And I have a glass top and I'm very crazy about my glass top stove. So what I usually do is I put some sort of, make sure it's always wet. Alright? And I just buy these razors at the dollar store, and always make sure that the stove is clean. Wet. And I just go ahead and go over, I think my husband had done some eggs and the oil splattered on the stove or something. I'm not for sure what this is exactly. But I did have some stuff earlier from lunch. Knowing that I was going to make this video, I just left it for one big clean. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off and see how this is looking. Rinse out my rag. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get my magic eraser. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to put some of the Barkeeper's Friend on my magic eraser here, because there's stuff like the oil. You know how when you get like cooked on oil, how it doesn't want to come off? So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of magic or Barkeeper's Friend on there with the magic eraser. Put a little bit more, and you know you're always supposed to shake up the Barkeeper's Friend. Run that over the area that I did this morning too, or this afternoon. I've had this stove now for about 4 years, and it's not perfect. But I try to make sure it stays as clean as possible. Make sure I got that off there. Okay, there's still a little bit there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that just set there for a second, and I will be right back. Alright, well, I'm letting that set. I'm going to go ahead and spray. This is my homemade spray cleaner. This is water, rubbing alcohol, and a couple drops of Dawn. And that helps get everything like I was canning. So, you know, the specks that get up here and stuff, so that helps get that off there. And then we don't use the microwave a lot, but I always try to make sure that it stays clean. Do the inside of the door too. Take my fingerprints back off that. And I'll go ahead and scrub this just a little bit more. See if I got this up mainly. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So then what I usually do is, Alice just told me I can't see the stovetop. So what I usually do is, you know how when you touch stuff when you're cooking and stuff, your knobs always get all icky and everything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean up this whole thing and spray it down so it doesn't have any streaks and stuff. And get that cleaned off here. Get this cleaned off the back. Get this cleaned off here. Now I gotta change this. Somehow this got changed to military time. And even though we've had this oven for the 4 years or whatever, we still really don't know much about this oven because I don't hardly ever use it. So we have to figure out how to change this back from military time. I always try to make sure the knobs are cleaned off and everything. The back is done. Now that looks already like 1,000% better. And then what I'm going to be doing is I got to put my cowl back on there, but things got splattered on my cowl. So move this here. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my cowl. I think this is such a cute decoration for my stove. Alright. Now that's all cleaned off, and because this gets by the stove, I like to wipe this down also. And wipe the cabinet or the counter behind here. And I am canning stuff, so if you're wondering why all those jars are up there. And put that back. Now, what I'm going to be doing is, when I ordered my appliances, back up a little bit, I ordered touch free, streak free, but these are clearly not clean. And so I'm going to go ahead and spray this also with that same mixture. And I don't know for sure if anybody that doesn't know this, when you clean stainless steel, you always go in the direction that the grain is. Now, probably about a month or so, well, probably 2 months now, my husband took apart my doors because there was droppings in there. Crumbs. Well, there was some liquids had gotten in there is what had happened. And go ahead and get that cleaned up. Now, I know a lot of people, they use WD-40 for things that you wouldn't think WD-40 would be used for. But this is not a smudge-free oven. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of baby oil, and I'm going to go over the stainless steel. So this way, the stainless steel looks all nice, bright and shiny. Try to avoid the glass if you can. And a little bit of baby oil goes a long way. You can use mineral oil, you can use WD-40, you can use a host of different.
Baby oil smells better.
My house says baby oil smells better. But obviously you can use all sorts of different things for polishing this. So this is what I do when I clean off my stove. And then this looks better, and then I just go ahead and I put my towels back on here. And let me get my towels. My birthday towels. So I'm going to go ahead and put back on my towel right there. Then Karen had got me this set here. And then put that one on. Now I don't use those, obviously, but they're within, well, a little bit more than 5 minutes. This shows how I did the microwave. and the stove and get that nice and clean. So that makes it nice for the next time I need to use my stove. So thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you have a very blessed and wonderful day.